What's up guys, it's me Jack and today we are in Nimby Rails. So last episode we went down to Manchester, we went to Manchester Victoria. So today I'm thinking I'm thinking to expand again to Manchester Piccadilly and then also expand down to Sheffield. We're gonna do the line that goes stops at Door Totley, Grindleford, Havisage, Bamford, Harper Valley, Edale Chinley, New Mill Central, and all these stations, Marple, etc. So yeah, we're going to be doing that as well today. Why the frick is that 40 minutes? I caused the problem. Oh god, right. Did I do that kind of thing for every single service? I need to actually see. Default timings. 2 minutes minimal. Minimal. So why is it doing that? 40 minutes? Why does it have to wait that long? Why is there a train waiting there? Manchester Victoria to Leeds. What the frick? There. What? Fair period. Oh my god, I don't know what the hell just happened. Somewhat daft. Well, glad I didn't do that for every single service. That would be horrifying, that. Bloody hell. Every train will be proper following each other. Anyways, so we are going to add the stations. So there's going to be quite a few stations as well that are not going to be stopped at by the actual line itself. We're also going to do a bit of a branch to Stockport. We're also going to expand ourselves a bit to Stockport and then go through this bit and then link it back. So it's going to be quite a big episode. We've got quite a few stations to add in, and yeah. So we're just going to add the station for Manchester Piccadilly. I'm just gonna get myself to Manchester from there. Right. So Piccadilly then. So how many platforms does Piccadilly have? So it has at least 13 platforms. 14. Right. 14. So I'm guessing the 14 and 13 platforms are the ones that go through, they're like the through platforms, and the rest of them are terminus. So yeah, what we need to do is somehow add ourselves the stations. So from there, that's Piccadilly. So we need to add so each of the platforms are at least going to be 300 meters, maybe. Oh yeah, I'd say 300 meters long for Manchester. I'd say most of them should be 300. And then do that again. Oops. Oh. And then we need to somehow replicate that branching platform. Like the branch platforms and stuff like that. It's like that as well. Very daft looking, but if we kind of understand it, then it's good. But maybe for some scenarios, this may not be the best idea the world has ever seen. But we could either move this around a bit. So we could move the station just a bit more this way, so this platform can fit better. So we're gonna do the same for here as well. So we're gonna move that 300. We might just need to naturally move it around, I guess. Then we're gonna do a bit of the same thing again. And then we can fit this then. So yeah, this is not going to be perfect, like as you can see. So minimize that. Needs to go a bit more like this way. So I need to make it go as back as possible. Basically to like there. So that's kind of how we're going to kind of get ourselves to Manchester. So yeah, we're going to make this a viaduct platform of Manchester. Because it kind of is a viaduct really. Most of it is a viaduct. Bam. There we go. And then for the rest of these platforms, for obviously since these are terminuses, we don't need any of them. Delete. 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 Oop. There we go. So we've got the perfect thing there for Manchester. Manchester Piccadilly. So we've got probably the biggest station now, Piccadilly of our series. This is probably the biggest station we've probably ever made. I think it is actually Piccadilly, unless, like, obviously once we get to London things will be a bit different, but this is a pretty good start for Manchester. So it has, again, 10 platforms. So we've got these platforms here, which is 13 and 14, and this is terminuses. These would be the 1 to 10 platforms. These will be for 1 to 10, 1 to 12. So yeah, this is going to be a bit more cramped in, unless, again, we could probably do something. Maybe not actually, but it's a lot of ideas really. Like that is a problem. Like I don't quite know how much we can cram in basically. But this will also be a problem. You know, when we're going out of Manchester, it's going to be quite a bit of a problem there. So yeah, I think keeping it as a 10 platform station is the better solution, I would say. And then we've got these platforms, platform 10, platform 9, platform 8, platform 7, platform 6, 7. So yeah, we've got, and so on, so on. So yeah, this is Manchester Piccadilly station, the bigger station. Manchester Victoria has 8 platforms, so it's technically roughly equivalent. Very, very roughly, in case of terminuses. But there's quite a few through platforms as well. So yeah. So yeah, that's Manchester. How much does Leeds have? 1, 2, 3, 4. It also has 7 platforms in Leeds. It has 4 platforms in Bradford Interchange and 3 platforms in Foster Square. York has around... bloody hell, there's a lot of trains proper stopping. Has 8 platforms in York. And then Doncaster has 8 platforms in Doncaster. And then, yeah, most stations in this map are 6 or 8 platforms on average for big stations. They're roughly 6 or 8. So, yeah. So Manchester is a major station. Manchester Victoria and Manchester Piccadilly and Leeds are the biggest stations in the map so far. Sheffield has 8 platforms. It's a bit like the average, really, for the map. Because we can't fit too many stations, because it will cause more of a disaster. It's going to cause a lot more of a mess. So yeah. This episode may be very long, but that's kind of the point of this point, since it's like a very urban environment. So yeah, we're going to see where some of the other stations are that's probably going to be needed to expand to some of the other places. Like to get to Ashton-under-Lyne. Like to Stalybridge. I think what I could do is maybe make a little line to Stalybridge. I think I could. So Southport, I could probably do. No, I can't actually. Wait, so what are these stations for then? Ardwick. What line does this go on? New Mills. Right, Ashbury's. But where does this go exactly? Manchester Piccadilly. Ashbury's. So it goes from Rosehill Marple. Right. Fairfield. I'm just trying to understand here, like what all this is trying to show me. So, Gorton, Fairfields, Guide Bridge, and then there's a branch that goes up to the line to Staley Bridge. So, what I should do temporarily is make a line from Manchester over to Staley Bridge so that all these stations can be stopped at, technically. So, I could technically do these bits as well. So, we are going to now find Ardwick. So, that is down around. So, we've got. Honestly, I've never really expanded to Manchester before. Like, I haven't. It's my first time expanding to a actual major city of the UK. Like, it's a major city. And then we go down this way, and then there's a point where the station is on. So, it's parallel to, like, a... So, Ardwick, then. It's a... I'm pretty sure it's also next to a train depot as well. But I'm not going to be building the depots. I'm going to ignore these things. It don't show me clearly, does it, though? Like, Ardwick's station design is a bit awkward. Like, it's in the middle of a main line. Like, I don't know if there's, like, an underground passage for Ardwick. I don't even know if that station's even abandoned or not. It might be. Like, it does have a teeny bit of a connection, but it's a bit wacky. So, where I'd put probably, like, Ardwick would be... So, where's that road? Blind Lane. Where is that? Like, what does that look like exactly? So, it goes from there. Goes from there. Right. Then there's that bit of depot there. So, I will put Ardwick on there. So I'm going to do the station round this. I'm going to do like 100 meters here. And then configure it, curve it, and make it kind of join with the 4-track. Yep, there's a 4-track, and then it becomes a 6-track with Ardwick on. It's also a 6-track line now until Manchester, so yeah, that's pretty cool. We've never had 6-track lines before, but we will do now. So we are going to then add another station, which is Ashbury. So that's more of a proper station now compared to Ardwick. It's more of a proper station. It's under that where that bridge is. Not under the bridge, like there basically. That would be Ashbury's. Then it will be Gorton, which is wherever the hell that is. Gorton. I believe it's probably there. Gorton. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it, though? 100. Then it will be Fairfield. Let me go from the other way. Russell Marple. So Fairfield is here, Fairfield. Then it says Guide Bridge. Guide Bridge is where this junction is. Yeah, that's not the best thing you've ever seen in your life, but I guess. Guide Bridge. So we're gonna kind of do it like more one by one kind of lines first, and then like I'm not gonna do it all in like one combined. I'm gonna do it like a bit more one by one sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna just rename these first. So Ardwick. This is this Ashbury's, I think. That's Ashbury's, I think. Let me get the line back up. Oh my god. Yeah, that is Ashbury's. That's Ashbury's. And this is also the line for Glossop as well. So that's going to be one of the lines we're also going to do at some point. It also goes down to Glossop. So, right. So this is Ashbury's. Ashbury's. This is Fairfield. No, that's Gorton. 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 Then this is Fairfield. Not Fairfield Hall. We're on Croydon. Fairfield. Oops. Guide Bridge. Guide Bridge. There we go. And then up to Staley Bridge, Ashton under Line. So yeah, we're gonna build this bit first. So in Manchester, we're gonna expand ourselves over down like this. We're gonna do a whole thing, obviously. We're gonna do a whole crossover kind of situation. I wonder how 6 tracks can fit in there though, honestly. I actually don't really know. And then around there, that's when the line branches on to Ardwick. Like that. We're going to kind of try that at first. So we are going to link a lot on this at. So we are going to move this around a bit first. So it's going to be that and then on that. So some of them will obviously be linked a bit, like joined. Like these two will be linked to that, and then what will happen as well, this will be like another bit of line as well. Then with the whole crossover situation, then we all get separated. So that's kind of the whole point of this first bit of the line. So we're just going to do a bit of that, and then let the other remaining 4 tracks kind of get through like this. And then we are going to go through here. So again, we're going to expand this bit of track. This is where, that's not the M60. That's not the M60 bridge. You know the iconic bridge in Stockport that you go down the M60 on. It's a pretty nice bridge. You see quite a few trains go through there. That's what I thought that was then. That bit of dual carriageway, but it wasn't. That was bloody other. That was just some other dual carriageway. Oh my god, I actually don't know how to get through that. How do we get through that? Should I move that? Okay, let me undo this. Okay, let's undo most of this for now. So we are going to move this more to this direction, a bit more this way, and then we will kind of go a bit more. Oh, it kind of makes a bridge of itself, so that's fine. Now can properly expand this. Yeah, obviously this is not going to be fitted very well. It is meant to be practically joined, you know, as well. Like, it's not meant to be perfect. So like that. So Ardwick. So this is some of the basics. We are also going to do this bit of a crossover system. So we're going to start from there and then go from there. Then we'll do the same thing for this bit. We must do it before we get to Ardwick, otherwise it's going to cause a bit of a disaster. So we do it like that first. So that. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It don't look like there's going to be a problem here. But obviously, we do need to expand this in a bit, so we're gonna go back to it. So we're also just gonna first of all build this line. You never know, this episode may last 2 hours, and I don't really care. This is pretty much possibly the last Nimby Rails video I'll do 2025. I'm not too sure though, but it's still a pretty good time to do an episode. You know, it's Christmas time. It's around that time of year when things should be a bit more longer than usual, when things are just a bit more different, in a good way, you know? So yeah, for this episode to be a one-off, like a 2 hour, possibly 2 hour long episode, or at least near to 2 hours. Like, Manchester is a big achievement to go, so you know, from Barnsley, if you start from Leeds to Sheffield line, slash the Hallam line. Like, it takes a while for you to consider going to Manchester in general, because it's a hard place to get to. Like, it has a lot of difficult ways to get through. Plus, it's a very urban environment, you know. It's quite tricky for a beginner, you know, blueprinting. But London is going to be a whole different thing to Manchester. Again, because there is metro overground services. I'm not sure if I would do the overground services or do the over London network. I may end up doing it at some point. You never know. But like, it's a bit like questionable at best. So right, so I think that's the other bit there. I think I've went a bit too quick there. So there is a branch after Guidebridge that leads you over to sort of Ashton Underline and then down to Staley Bridge. So yeah, this is where that's leading you to. Ew, it's a bit weird. What the hell? That looks a bit weird then. Should have moved it back a bit, really. Okay, make that cross here, and then we will go over this way. Right, we'll cross this as a bridge at first, and then maybe from like there we'll do another viaduct. Honestly, if this was like Canary Wharf, it's a whole different thing. It's similar because it's like constant water sources, like constant rivers and stuff. Like, I have to constantly build viaducts around. Honestly, like, the metro services that pass Canary Wharf, it has a beautiful, like most of it is, like, full of bridges. Like, if you go all the way around Canary Wharf, Isle of Dogs area, like, there's a lot of bridges, because there's a lot of water, including the Thames itself. There's a lot of different bays around this area. So, yeah, we officially connected ourselves to Staley Bridge. So, we got this first bit done. So, I think what happens, so let me see, Manchester Piccadilly, which way does it go for the Northern service to Sheffield? Is it on there? So it does end up expanding from this way as well. So it goes through Ashbury's, and then there's a branch, I think. There's a branch from Ashbury's that makes you go down the other way. So, right. Is that also a 4-track line? I didn't know that. Wait, 3 tracks. Yeah, it don't matter that much. It's only from a bit of a depot. But there is another line actually. It goes up all the way past. Oh, that links to that triangle I think we did last episode. That triangle links to it as well. Right. Okay, that's crazy. Obviously, I'm not too shocked because there is a lot of connections between lines together in areas. But we'll probably do like another connections episode. Like again, like we did for Doncaster. Like Doncaster, look at all these connections we did. Like for like there and then like there. There's a lot of links. But that's in like one small area, like urbanization. Like an urban area. I need to configure these first. So this is going to stay as it is, maybe up to even 2,000. Like how much is me Leeds one at? How much is Leeds at exactly? It's in 2,000, yes. 2,000 packs. Sheffield, 2,000. Doncaster, 1,000 for now. And then to York. Why is there a blockage, eh? Right, let me reset the simulation for a sec. There's a bit of a problem. Full simulation reset. I don't know what the hell just happened, first of all. But there were a problem. Wow, what the... that just keeps popping up. I don't know why. But, okay, anyways, what I was doing was configuring. So it's at 1,000. This is at 2,000. Ardwick, we're going to go turn that down quite a bit, I would say. And then set this to, like, 50 probably. It's not that useful. Ashbury's a bit bigger at around 100. Yeah, I'll do 100. Gorton. Alright, we'll keep it as maybe. Okay. Again, make it go down a bit, and then around 100 as well for Gorton. Fairfield will also go down, turn it down, and then 100. Then we've got Guidebridge. That's practically where Ashton-under-Lyne is, but not quite going to do it that big. We'll maybe just do it all there, and then 100 as well. Ashton-under-Lyne, does that deserve 300? Maybe 150, I would say, maybe. Or 200 at best. Stalybridge, 400. Mossley. Greenfield, Marston. Slough. All these places are done quite well. So Guidebridge like that. So yeah, we've done these bits there. Then we've got a couple more places to deal with. So from Ashbury, there's a small station called Bellevue. Then we've got to Reddish North. Obviously, we're not going to stop at them stations. Like, what do these lines operate on? It goes to New Mill Central. So, again, we're going to do another line that stops at these stations. So, Ashbury's. I don't even stop there, free now. Sheffield. So, Reddish North, Brinnington, Bredbury, Romley, Marple, New Mill Central. So again, we're going to get started in this bit of the line. So yeah, Ashbury's, then it goes, but where's the branch from Ashbury's? Is it like literally right? I think it's there, I think. It starts from there, I believe, and then it goes all the way down this way to Bellevue. Is that before that curve happens? Let me actually see where it corresponds with. That does look quite corresponding, so I'll put Bellevue in there. A bit of something there. Bellevue. And then we've got Ryder Brow. Ryder Brow is there. Then we've got Reddish North, which is down where, again, we've got a bridge system, I think, with railways. There's plenty of bridges down there. Apparently this is an underground tunnel. It's a one-track system, where I just have no idea what that's trying to lead us to. But there is a station there as well. It stops at Denton. Right, I will try and maybe think about that at some point, but not now. We're gonna not to really acknowledge it much. But anyways, Reddish North we need to look at. So Reddish North, literally where the road is. The family surgery, okay. Reddish North, and then it is Brinnington. Then it's Bredbury. So I'm pretty sure that also obviously goes through a forest down like this then, so yeah, that's fine. Then we will do, should be another station, Romley, which is there. Is it there? Let me double check. It crosses a road. It goes Romley. Is it literally like right there? It is. So it goes from the bridge over to like here. Right. Romley, then, and it's not a viaduct station, but yeah, this one it don't matter. Then it is Marple. That's one of the other stations we're going heading more to the outskirts of Manchester, heading towards Marple. It's after this road, and then it's like a bit of a hiking area, I think. I might be completely wrong. It looks very like an area you would hike around. It seems like it, because it's like proper countryside. It's heading to more countryside-like area. Then it is... So we're heading towards more Stockport territory now. And then... Strines, that's also... We are stopping at Strines, even though I don't know if it's always stopped at. Strines isn't not oftenly a stopped station, but I will do in our line. So, where is Strines exactly? And I'm actually not sure. I need to actually look for it. So it's a bit like in the middle of the countryside in some way, Strines. It's a bit hard to tell. We got New Mills, but we don't know where Strines is. Is it there? I think... Yeah. I would say Strines is here. Yep. Then we've got New Mill Central, so we go down this way. New Mill Central. Just where that is. How long should I make New Mill Central? Maybe 110. Maybe a bit longer than some of the others. 110, and then we'll do... Then we're going to head ourselves to Chinley, I think. Yep. Chinley is... Where the hell's Chinley? Oh, it's there. It is... there. We're heading to more shadowy territory now. We're definitely heading towards mountainous. Chinley should be a bit longer because EMRs go down there on the Norwich line at times. So I would add it a bit longer for Chinley. Maybe not 130, maybe 120 at best. So there we go, and then we will do Edale. It goes in quite a bit of a stretch of line. Trappelin, whatever the hell. And then we've got Edale. It's a very interesting area. And it is a long tunnel as well. Not as long as the Marston Tunnel. It's called the Cowburn Tunnel, apparently. It just says on maps. It's apparently called Cowburn Tunnel. It's a long tunnel, man. But it goes... Where the hell's Edale, though? Edale is... So Chaplain Frith is there. Then Edale is... I believe the tunnel starts around here. Around about there. Bagshaw's there, yep. It kind of matches, and then we go here. Just go down up this way. Edale, right, it's there. Edale. That's also another hiking area. My sister went there before around Edale. My oldest sister. There we go. And then we got Hope, Derbyshire. I'm gonna put Hope Valley as in brackets because it kind of is. It's like this around this area is called Hope Valley, and it is a bit like a valley, and it does say that on maps on some points it's like Hope Valley. Like I think Hope in general as well is a bit too short of a name. I think Hope Valley makes the most sense to put. But I'll obviously put it Hope Original, then in brackets Hope Valley. So Hope Road is down... not there. It is a bit like out of the area. It's sort of... So there's a curvy road there. Then after that, it's there. It's around there, I think. Hope Derbyshire is here. Hope Derbyshire. Then we've got Hope Valley. So that is Bamford. Right, okay. I think that's why I thought there was like a Hope Valley, but this is just Hope itself. So yeah, there's Bamford. Oh my god. Bamford, and then we've got Havisage. So we're heading more towards Sheffield now. High Peaks. We're heading to more Sheffield territory now. Basically, Havisage is there. Havisage, and then it's Grindleford. Right, Grindleford is here. I think. Yes, and then it connects to Dore and Totley, which is there. So as you can see, we have done a bit of a connection all the way over to Manchester. And then we will find our way around Stockport. So we need to find a line that goes down to Stockport. So we need to look for the stations that are between it. So it is actually after where we did there. And so it goes all the way down this. And there's a few stations on the way. And a few little branches on the way as well. So there is Levenshulme. I think that's one of the stations for like the stopper. It's a very like mainliney station, so I don't quite know how I am gonna do it, but I could do a. It's a very weird one to think about, actually. We don't quite know exactly. But we don't really know. Levenshulme. I know that's a road. Right, so Levenshulme is there with 4 other tracks beside it. So it is going to have to kind of hit a bit of the residential homes. I think the best place is maybe like there. I think for like the other side of the lines and stuff, it's usually passes more this side. And I think, yeah, it kind of would go on maybe like this. But I will obviously do a few crossovers here and there if it's kind of wrong. So yeah, it's not going to be done perfectly, but yeah. And there's another station, Heaton Chapel. It's the same kind of concept. So, Heaton Chapel. It's there. Ooh. Then we've got Stockport. So, and then obviously there's another way to oh my god. So there's another way, and then we connect to the line at some point. So yeah, we'll do that as well. Hazel Grove. So oh my god. There's quite a lot of stations on the way though. So then we've got Stockport. Look at that. It's hell of a beast station, Stockport. It's a beast. So we need to put quite a hell of a length for Stockport. Like 200 and maybe a bit longer for some. So yeah, that's a very like kind of station I would do for Stockport, because it kind of does. Like the mid platform's longer than the other 2 sides, you know, around it. So yeah, I would do it like that, and then we've got Davenport, I think. Yep, Davenport is there. Bloody hell, it's gonna take very long, and it's already named itself, but I just need to configure it. Whole thing's in a bit of a stretch. Right, Davenport, and then we've got Woodsmore. Right, Woodsmore. I don't know what these lines also go to as well. Hazel Grove. Right, and then that kind of just goes on for like country. It doesn't really go much more anywhere else. So yeah, look at all these stations we have just built. So yeah, that is a lot. I need to remember some of them names. So I think this is Bellevue. I think it was Bell. Ooh. So that was Bellevue. That was, which one was that? Let me kind of check back on some of the lines. So it is Ryder Brow, right? Oh wait, should I do it in a way that's just from like that, so I can just configure it like automatically? So Bellevue will be like down like this, around maybe 50 to 100. Ryder Brow again down, and then this is gonna, that one is Reddish North, right? Reddish North, and then we've got, I'm just gonna shrink it a bit, like, actually I'll keep it as it is, so in 100. So that's Brinnington. And that is Bredbury. Bredbury. Romilly. Bredbury. Romilly. Marple. Marple. It'll probably be as it is, I would say. So maybe 150 for Marple. Strines, I'll kind of keep it as it is. I'll keep Strines as it is. And then just turn that down to 100. New Mills, I'll keep it as it is as well. 100. So yeah, most of these now are going to be able to. Chinley maybe need 200 for Chinley. Edale, keep as it is, 100. Hope Valley, wait, I've not renamed them yet, bloody hell, I forgot, I'm rushing, right, I'm kind of rushing through this a little bit, I'm actually rushing a bit. New Mills Central. How long we in the video? Bloody hell. 44 minutes! Freaking hell, like that's like the first half of the video, mate. That's like nearly an average video. I've not even finished all the stations yet. I need to do a bit of a move on. And this is... what's this? Freaking hell, how do I forget? This is Hope Valley. No, that's Chinley. Bloody hell. How do I forget that? Chinley. Then it is... oops, oh my god. Chinley, Edale, Bamford, Haversige. This is Grindleford. There we go. So we've got all them stations renamed. Then we've got Hazel Grove, Woodsmore, Keaton Chapel, not down. Levenshulme. It's a weird one, that one. Again, very weird one. Right. So we've got all these stations done. So we should be able to now officially connect ourselves to Manchester. So we've already got this bit connection first. So yeah, at least that's done. Now what we are going to do is, I'm not going to start from Manchester. I'll actually start from Dort and Totley. So yeah, it's not going to be as hard to kind of deal with. So I'm going to go from opposite side. So from Sheffield instead. Oops, Manchester. So we have got so we've got like a one-track line for like a moment, and then eventually to go into two tracks. But there is technically also a branch here as well to kind of link, but I don't know what we would need to do it for. But I would probably do it a bit anyway. I'll still do it anyway. It's a one track as well. So singular tracks for now. And then it'll become a two track. Then here will be another bit of track. Goes in a bit of a tunnel. Then yeah, so we're gonna keep ourselves going with two tracks now. So yeah, is this like a bridge or alt? It's not really all significant, so yeah, we're just going to kind of keep ourselves going a bit. Right, from there I am probably gonna struggle. So that is a forest, and then it's a tunnel. So this is Totley Tunnel. Where does it end? Grindleford. So it goes on like a bit of a straight line over to Grindleford. So, right then, let's start from there and then continue on till Grindleford. There we go, Grindleford then. So, and then we're going to keep ourselves going down to Haversige. Cabbage. There we go. And then I've not renamed that. That is, what's this one? Oh my god, what's this one? Is that Hope Valley? Hope Derbyshire. I guess I'm just gonna name it kind of as it is. Right, and then we're gonna keep ourselves going up to Chinley. Not Chinley, freaking hell. Right, it's Edale, I mean. So we need to go down this bit of line till there. And then down to Edale. So what kind of happens here then? So it does a bit of a curve and then it goes down straight. So that's kind of, I think that's what I did. And then I need to go down like this and then do mostly a straight line. So like over to there and then to connect ourselves to Edale. Then we need to find our way down to Chinley. So this is going to be quite a tricky one. So we go, I believe, at this point, down all of this. I'm not sure if there's a tunnel or all. I think there is a tunnel. There is, I think. There must be a tunnel, I think, in Chinley. So let me go from the other end first, itself, Chinley. This will probably make things a bit easier for us to recognise. Then there's, I believe, a curve that goes up as well. So, yeah, it's a curve, and then it becomes a tunnel. And I think that's like the longest tunnel down the Bamford line. What the hell do you call it? I actually don't know, but I think you call it that. Or the Peak District line. You could call it either one of these, I'd say. Then, right, you go, maybe, I think, so you, right, I'm gonna kind of make this a bit more improvised in some way. Gonna kind of make it up a bit more. So, yeah, it's not that early. It's a bit more. Not that late, I meant. You need to go a bit earlier, a bit more around this way. Now that's called a mass destruction. Then you go in on a like a tunnel. Then it's a tunnel on the way. There we go, tunnel and then Chinley. See, that's quite a tricky one. And then now we're gonna head ourselves into Marple. No, it's New Mills, and then it's Marple. Is this a bridge or a tunnel? It's a bit more tunnely over to New Mills, so yeah, I'm gonna go from tunnel. And then go over to New Mill Central, and then there is a branch bit between sort of Strines and then New Mill Central, so there is a branch that goes down to Stockport, but I'll do that after we go, and after we sort of fully go, you know, till we sort of fully done. So that's Strines, and then there is a line, I believe, maybe from, where did it go from actually? I can't really tell, but I'll try to find it. But for now, I'm just gonna do this line first, and then I'll do this down via Stockport line. So that's a viaduct. It's costing a lot of money already. Geez, 230 million. That's a lot. 231. Is that a tunnel as well? Just after, just following along the road. Yeah, to that tunnel. So what's this all about then? So that's also, there's also another line. So this is a viaduct, I think. That viaduct? No, wait, it goes a tunnel across a freaking lake. Are you mad? Are you actually mad? Like, that's not normal. You don't do tunnels under lakes. To me, that's just wrong. It's usually a bridge you would do these kind of things, but a literal tunnel, that's madness. Then that's a viaduct. Oh my god. Then there's another line. So that goes down Rolls Hill Marple. So that's one of the other terminuses. We should do that as well. We'll do that as well. But was that a 2-track at first? I think. Yeah, and then it goes down to a 1-track at some point. So yeah, I'll make Rose Hill Marple Station. But I'm not sure if there is a continuation. And there is. Rose Hill Marple. It goes on and on, but actually I'll not do it yet, but at some point I will do it. Again, I'm going to do a lot of episodes on Manchester, but at some point I will have, I think maybe next episode I'll have a break from Manchester areas and stuff. I'll have a break from the west, I'll go back to the east maybe next episode. So yeah, we're not going to be in the east for too much of time. Not freaking, you know what I'm saying, you know. So let's just get ourselves down. That a tunnel once again to Romilly. Oh, that's already been done. That is just mostly continuation, but that is obviously also in a tunnel. Bredbury, then you go down this whole thing. Yep, that's one of the viaducts, one of the bridges on the M60. But I don't know if I've seen it. I probably won't have really noticed that when at bridges there. But I will, like, I do know this bridge that comes out or in from Stockport. I've seen that bridge, Stockport Viaduct, I've seen that. It's a very iconic looking bridge though, I'm not gonna lie. Then we've got Reddish North area now, so Brinnington. Then it's a viaduct across that, so most of this is forest. And then it's a viaduct from there. That's a freaking tunnel. Reddish North, and then over to them other two random stations, Ryderbrow and Bellevue. So it goes from here apparently, so right, like that. Then you're into Ashbur's, and then down this bit of line. Right, so we've got this line done, and now we're gonna go back to New Mills. We're gonna find where that branch is. So we're gonna go on the EMR way, so to Liverpool. So, because it avoids New Mills Central, that's why. So the branch is here, I think. Yeah, branch is there. Down this strip of line, and then yeah, this is our final sort of bit of line, but that's probably going to be the most difficult one to do. And yeah, I'm already like, where does this go? Is this like a straight viaduct or a straight tunnel, or is it just a straight track without anything? It's mostly a tunnel, right? Then it ends around where after one of the trails. It ends not too far from Hazel Grove. It's a bit like here, I believe. One somewhere around that bit there. Then we're on to, I think, back to normal. Around there ends where the tunnel ends. I'll deal with that in a bit, and then just got to do with that. Pretty long tunnel again. It's quite a long one. Like that's a what the hell? Right, let me delete that. Or just replace it. Just delete it actually. There we go. So we got a long strip of just tunnel, a bit like down from where this is. We've got plenty of these, you know, there's a lot of them. Then you gotta head yourself to Hazel Grove, and then there's a whole other branch line. Freaking hell. Right, okay. It's quite overwhelming here. It's nearly overwhelming. Oh my god, it's quite overwhelming that. Right, let's go. Obviously, I do get quite overwhelmed at times, but I shall not give up. There's gonna be a way for me to do it, a different way. So is there any, like, is this a bridge? So the bridge that crosses. So, oh, there's a bit of a whole thing going on with that. So it's a similar bit where, you know, where Dora and Totley is. It's like a bit of a crossover. Then this goes into one track. It's a bit like that. So we're gonna do that again. Oh, like weirdly new features. Then we've got again 2 tracks going through here. I wonder why it can like barely fit basically. Oh my god. Let me go a bit back. Right, Hazel Grove. Freaking hell, how long are we in now? An hour. A freaking hour. Oh my god. Right, so let's just get on with it. And then we've not even done our freaking signaling yet. Oh no. Right. It's quite, and there's a lot of junctions. Oh heck. Like, it's a lot. Woodsmore. And this is literally a lot longer than me other, like, my last video. Actually, and we've not even done our tracks yet, which is insane. And then this goes down to Manchester Airport, so it kind of does that. So it's a bit of a weird one to stretch to think about again. So it is a 4-track sort of crossing section. So the way I'll do it is like a, so there is 6 tracks coming out to it. There's another line. I think that bit of line goes down Manchester Airport. So all of these are going to be viaducts. It's crossing a whole. I have never seen that kind of phenomenon before. We'll cross the whole roundabout, like center. It's not even a bridge, mate. Oh my god, it's a tunnel for that bit. So it's kind of giving off Sheffieldish vibes, kind of. Like it kind of is. So it's doing that kind of thing. Yeah, this is probably going to be one of the harder parts of this. Then the tunnel will just start there, I guess. And at this point, I'm gonna just keep these as tunnels for now. This is probably the better idea. You know, a bit like what we do in Sheffield. So, in situations like this is what I'd do. So, we kind of keep going a bit more down like this. And then we kind of just keep ourselves... Oops. Right, no. So, go like this. And then we'll just clear off. We'll clear our tunnels back to normal ground. And then one of the other lines will expand to Manchester Airport. So yeah, that's what it kind of is. Then there's like 4 tracks going down this way then. So we're just gonna do that first. Bet this video right now to probably be uploaded by like maybe 7, 8 o'clock at this point. Like I'm gonna finish around 6 o'clock. Maybe like, yeah, maybe around 6, I would say. So yeah, there we go. Like at this point I don't really care if it's 2 hours long. But I'm not gonna put it on the live stream category though, so yeah. So like this. And then we've got this bit of straight, and yeah, that's when things are gonna be a bit more onto action. So it's gonna do a bit of a similar system what we did in Manchester, so do that. And then maybe on the tunnel part we will do the opposite. Bit like that. Perfect. And now we are expanding the rest of it over to Manchester. And we got Lewisham and Heaton Chapel to deal with as well. I've got to check if any stations are a bit misdone maybe. Heaton Chapel, Lewisham. Yeah, they all look good so far. So yeah, we're fine. It's cost 302 freaking million. Oh no. So we got a bridge, 4 tracks. So how are we gonna do it exactly? So it's gonna be, obviously we're gonna do the mid line. That's my fast line. And then put this as a viaduct. Then I'll make that obviously go around. And I think this is just normal road. Just passing this. So I would do this bit of line for here. And then, right, I'm going to branch this on to it. So platform 6. So platform 5 and 6 will go branch onto platform 3 and 4. 1 and 2 will also, is going to be for like the stopper bit of line. And then we'll do again a bit of another crossover section as well, while we're kind of on the viaduct. So yeah, that's practically sorted out. Then yeah, there we go. Ooh. Like that. Perfect. Now we're just going to expand all of this round to the whole line. So this is for the wait. So that's not the fast line there. That is the slow line. No, that's the fast line. That's the slow line now. Okay. So let's just keep ourselves going. We're going to do the slow bit first. So yeah, and then we'll just kind of keep it parallel once we get to both of the stations, and then we will just link it up together basically. Right, and then we're gonna do here as well. Not the best thing to do. Oh my god, it messes up, you know, like, not really good. I believe that's another train line, but I'll deal with that later. Well, not now. Actually, not later. In a few episodes. Then we'll just continue this. Then we'll just link the rest of this over to the line itself that we have basically done in the start of the video. Here we go. Now keep this on parallel. Parallel. I'm surprised I'm able to say parallel. I sometimes weirdly mispronounce it in different ways. I don't know why. Parallel, parallel, parallel. It's also hard to spell parallel at the same time, you know. It's like, it's a weird one again. What the hell's this though? Is that a secret station? I hope not. Oh my god. That would, in either way, it may end up being abandoned anyway, so who cares? Yeah, there's no other stations in between. Right, so we have done the blueprint. So I'm gonna build it right now. Bam. So I am going to pause the video for now because I am going to signal this whole thing, and I bet it's a bit too painful for y'all to watch since it's already so long already, an hour and 17 minutes. So I'll cut out the video for this signaling bit. I'll be back in a bit. Right, I'm back. So I've done the whole painful bit of the whole episode. It was a lot of signaling anyway, so yeah, it was done by myself, but without y'all having to experience the pain, and y'all probably just click off the video at some point. So yeah, I've done all of that. So yeah, this is looking good. Oh god, compare the signaling spacing compared to this. That's a little bit horrifying. That's a horrifying difference, but there's a huge difference obviously down Manchester, because obviously it is an urban environment. It is going to need a bit more like dense signalling at times, and plus this is filled with cross countries. But like around this area somehow gets a bit, I don't know, but I think it is sometimes good to add a few signals here and there. Or maybe what I should maybe do at some point is remove some of it, because it's a bit too much signaling. It's possibly a little too much signaling. Go look for somebody for a couple of ones. Yeah, we don't need them. Don't need these. I definitely don't need these. Don't need them. Don't need them. We're gonna do it kind of individually, I guess you could say. Delete. So you're gonna give it a bit more of a sparse look. So I could technically just delete that and that. Just put one signal in between. Yeah, I think I had a little too many signals. And with that many signals was not necessary. Oh my god. Like, it does not come that often. There is definitely quite a huge difference. We don't need that signal. No, like there's no chance we needed that. Definitely did not need these either. Or not even them. Okay, that's fine. So we've got most of the line done, and then we just got to do this Chesterfield. Delete. I'm gonna move this a little bit more this way. Definitely did not need these. Why is there 3 signals? What the hell is that? Right, okay, so that's good. So we've got all of them signals removed. It's a lot more sparse now, as you can see, which is better. So, yeah, that is a lot better. It's a bit more sparse. It's kind of what we need at times. So, we need to think about what lines we need to think that expand into, or like slash sort of change into, like TPE lines. I'm gonna change up where it comes from or where it goes, basically. So instead of Manchester Victoria, for some lines, I'm gonna go from. So I'm gonna do the Manchester Piccadilly to Hull instead of Victoria for this. Piccadilly. So we're gonna go like that. So we're gonna go somehow. So we're gonna put the first as Manchester Piccadilly platform 6, I would say. Move this up like from here. That kind of makes a lot of sense. And then like this instead. And then again, also Manchester Piccadilly to Leeds. I guess I'll do Manchester Victoria to York. Or so I guess Scarborough's the only one. I'll keep it a bit half and half for now. So that and that will do. So Piccadilly to Piccadilly. Victoria remove. So after Staley Bridge will be Manchester Piccadilly. Again, around these platforms, I'd say. like that. So Staley Bridge, Mossley, all that to Manchester, and then we'll just keep some of them like from Scarborough to Manchester, Victoria. I'll keep it as it is for here. So yeah, it gives it a bit more of a half and half here, at least. So yeah, not too much following. It kind of spaces out the following a little bit. So yeah. So what are we going to do exactly for now? Like now. So are we going to do another TPE service from Manchester to Doncaster? I think I might, and then I'll do an East Midlands Railway service from Manchester over to Nottingham. So yeah, I'm going to do that as well. So, and then also do the other couple lines. There's quite a lot of other smaller lines I need to deal with. Like going to Manchester, from Manchester Piccadilly to New Mills Central via all these other random stations. So I'm going to make a new line. I gotta clear it all in blue. So this first one will be Manchester Piccadilly to Sheffield. So I forgot my northern. That's crazy. MCRPI to SHF. This will be about £25, and then 0.01, and then do 130, like that. So, and then we're gonna add some stops. We're gonna get ourselves started then. So we're gonna start on. We're gonna remove that. So Manchester platform 8. We're gonna go from Manchester all the way down to Reddish North, bit of Bridlington, Bredbury, Romiley, Marple, Strines, New Mills Central, Chinley, Edale, Hope, Derbyshire, Bamford, Havisage, Grindleford, Totley, Sheffield, platform 3, platform 4. I'll go from, and then go back door Totley, Grindleford, Havisage, Bamford, Hope, Edale, Chinley, New Mills Central, Strines, Marple, Romiley, Bredsbury, Bridlington, Reddish North, then to Manchester. So yep, like that. I think what I will do is, obviously, since the ones I've not interviewed, I'm gonna keep it like that, so it's easier for me to track what lines I have not done yet. So how many lines then? So a TP EMR. We're gonna do the EMR line first, then we'll do the TPE line. EMR. Was that always called EMR? Like, no, right. It's East Midlands Railway. I guess it's still East Midlands Railway, Manchester Piccadilly to Nottingham. EMR MCRPI TNGTM. So it'll be £50, 0.03, and then put as stops. So default time is about 2 minutes. So we maybe not £50, because this is actually one of the services that are actually true. So I'm gonna do 30 quid for it, and then do it. So from Manchester, it'll be from platform 4. No, I'm actually going to go from platform 7. Platform 7, so go down to Stockport, platform 6, and then go down Devonport. Not Devonport. No, I don't stop there. So we go all the way down to Chinley, Sheffield, platform 6, and then go back down to Chesterfield, Alfreton, Langley Mill, Ilkeston, then to Nottingham. Platform 2. So Ilkeston, Langley Mill, Alfreton, Chesterfield, Sheffield, platform, again back to same platform, platform 6. And then we go back down to Chinley, Stockport, platform 5, and then to Manchester. Quite a bit of a line that. Should I just do... Wait, what are the stations actually? Is Edale also included in it? Let me actually see. So, Edale, is it also stopped by EMRs? Yeah. So, we've got a couple. So, should Chinley be the only one though? Chinley... Yeah. So, there's obviously a late night service as well, and an early morning service. So, yeah, I think on default I'll keep it Chinley only. So, yeah. Or should I do bloody I'll do Edale. I'll also do Edale. So, Sheffield, Chinley. So, Stockport, Chinley, Edale. Sheffield, Chesterfield, Edale, Chinley. So it's kind of in the midway point. Edale, Chinley, Stockport, Manchester. So yeah. And then we've got now the TPE, Manchester Piccadilly. Wait, isn't Dawn Totley also included? I think Dawn Totley is as well. Dawn Totley, Chinley. Right, okay, I'm gonna do that. Either way, I'll do that. Edale, Dawn Totley, Sheffield. Dawn Totley. Then to go back. Chinley, Sheffield, Dawn Totley. Like that. And then, yeah. So, yes. Freaking hell. Let's go back. So, TP. Manchester Piccadilly to Doncaster. TPE. MCRPI to DCR to be £40 for it. 0.03 as well. So it's going to be a bit more of a semi-fast service than the EMR. So we're going to go platform 9. Actually, should we organise this in a different way? I think so. So platform 6 and 5 will be for TPEs. So Manchester Piccadilly. So we're going to stop at Stockport. Down platform 4. Platform 4? No. Platform 6 again. And then go down to Sheffield. Platform... Am I thinking this wrong? Because wouldn't the EMRs go down the other platform? It's a lot of stress, guys. How long are we in the video? Oh my god, an hour and 35. Jeez. Right, Edale, Totley, Sheffield. Maybe not platform 6. I'll do platform 2. Platform 1. But platform 1 actually will go for London St. Pancras. So I'd say go here. Sheffield, Chesterfield, and then back again. Sheffield to delete. Chesterfield, and then back again. Perfect. Splendid. So yeah, we've got that done, and then yeah, let's get on to it. Let's get on with it. Okay. So Stockport to Sheffield. Plot. I forgot it's not freaking like EMR. Platform 7, and then platform. Then Meadowhall. Should Rotherham Central maybe be included? I would say so. For once, will probably include it because it's not stopped enough. Rotherham Central Station. I would think it's a bit more, has a bit of a difference to it as well. Really, so it can't be in that platform. So it'll have to be these platforms here. So it's gonna go back from Doncaster over to Rotherham. Takes a fast line, and then it'll go Meadowhall, Sheffield, Stockport, Manchester Piccadilly. There we go. So we're also going to do some timings as well. It'll be 2.5. Then this 1.5 minutes, and the EMR service will be, yeah, it's already been done. So I think I should probably end the video once I send my trains because it's a bit too many lines to deal with. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any more lines. I'm just gonna be doing a couple of ones I can. Like, I don't want to do too long of a video since it's not a live stream. I've said a lot of things, so haven't I? So class 185s. Where the hell are they? 185s. Where are you? Yeah. So it's a 6 carriage for it. I know it's a double carriage, and then it's for. I need to set that as well. Passenger. So do 5. 4. I'll do 4. I think 4 is like the natural amount. And then we will do 195s for the Northern Line to Sheffield. It's a class 195 for it. Where's me 195? Figure it out. And I think 4 carriages is kind of the case for this. But apparently that don't happen. I just need to turn each carriage down to give a 4 carriage. Okay, another 4 for the Northern service. Then for the EMR, it is a class 159. I know it's a 159 because I have been on an EMR class 159 before going to Manchester. So for, again, like 4 trains, I would say, maybe 3. I'll do 3 trains for this. So yeah, I just gotta disable the thing. There we go. Let's go. So we've got all these lines on active mode. So yeah, first time TPEs actually go down this line, because they usually don't, like from this current moment of time. So we're going to wait a full day, wait out a full day. I'm going to turn my fans on so it's a bit quicker. Is there a blockage? Yes. Right, okay, so there's a bit of a problem with some of the things. So let me just reset the sim for now. So there's a few things I should consider thinking about. So signaling wise, so Signalling, 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 signaling, signaling. I think I might be trying a bit too hard, but I think this might help out in some way. To be able to speed back to like this kind of thing. Yeah, this is sort of sorted out now. So yesterday's then. Again, no debt at all. That is impressive. Very impressive. Like, look at that. So Manchester, Piccadilly and Huddersfield having a bit of competition there. Look at that. Look at that. Barnsley is now round under the top 10 now. It's been demoted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's been like that for a long time. Ooh, Barnsley. Forgot where Barnsley is. 3 now. Barnsley's there. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's Barnsley's 23rd place in case of profit. 23rd place. And I'm not too surprised about that. And again, us and Dewsbury is having competition. And Shipley's having competition as well. So it's quite a bit of equality, similar situations here. So yeah, we are going to call out now all the stations, and this may take us to like 8 minutes. I'm not too sure though. So yeah, let's get ourselves going. Leeds 1 to 6, Doncaster, Sheffield, Leeds 10 to 10, Wakefield, Westgate, Huddersfield, Manchester, Piccadilly, Nottingham, Wakefield, Kirkgate, York, Grantham, Harrogate, Stockport, Staley Bridge, Lincoln, Bradford Interchange, Hull, Derby, Chesterfield, Newark, Northgate, Manchester, Victoria, Keighley, Barnsley Interchange, Dewsbury, Shipley 1, 2, 3, Halifax, Selby, Rotherham Central, Murfield, Scarborough, Worksop, Mansfield, Horsford, Retford Low Level, Dord, Totteridge, Castleford, Waterford, Monkhill, Shipley 3 and 4, 3W and 4, Meadowhall 1 and 2, Middle Bradford Foster Square, Retford High Level, Mansfield Woodhouse, Langley Mill, Bruh, Meadowhall 3 and 4, Gould, Carlton. There's going to be significantly more. Gainsborough Lee Road, Highcombe, Deaton, Reddish North, Ilkeston, Sutton Parkway, Skipton, Woodhouse, Darnall, Hessel, Swinton, Normanton, Kirkby, Ashfield, Marple, Morthorpe, Bingley, Batley, Alfreton, Shirebrook, Mossley, Vaughan North, Shebin and Elmwood, Gilberdike, Kiverton Bridge, Bentley, Bulwell, Garforth, Bredbury, Shire Oaks, Cottingley, Adwick, Hugnall, Greenfield, Hatfield, Stayforth, Church Fenton, Nesborough, Mexborough, Crossgates, Nottingley, Chinley, Conisborough, Ravensthorpe, Newmill Central, Chapeltown, Longleat, Stilton, Silsden, Newark Castle. Right. Brighouse, Johnfield, Fitzwilliam, Perley Bridge, Poppleton, Moulton, Geesley, New Pudsley, Slowett, Ormore, Elsica, Howden, Morley, Darton, Cursdale Forge, Goldthorpe, Romiley, Ilkley, Altwood, Starbeck, Bramley, Seamer, Bridlington, Ferriby, Featherstone, Bolton upon Dearn, Strines, Belper, Saxelby, Fernsworth, Andon, Agbrick, Woodlesford, Beildon, Marsden, Crossflats, Penniston, Burley and Warsdale, Micklefield, Cresswell, Beeston, Connolly, South Elmsall, Spondon, South Milford, Langford, Waverley Fawns, Saltaire, Whitwell, Menton, Dodder, Burton Joyce, East Garforth, Duffield, Pontefract Tanshelf, Edale, Wonwell, Lockwood, Lord, Friskinall, Hope, Derbyshire, Burley Park, Kiverton Park, Attenborough, Kirksandall, Havisage, Collingham, Hornbeam Park, Bamford, Snave, Glasooton, Shepley, Ben Ridding, Eastrington, Panel, Denbydale, Ullerskelf, Rawcliffe, Whitley Bridge, Newstead, Cattle, Swinderby, Grindleford, Bleasby, Silkstone Common, Saltmarsh, Laxton, Berrybrow, Wheaton, Brockles, Fiskerton, Wrestle, Hamilton, Broomfleet, Headingley, Hensall, Ferguson, Honley, Stocksmore, Rolston, Ardwick, Ashbridge, Ashton-under-Lyne, Bellevue, Davenport, Fairfield, Gorton, Guidebridge, Hazelgrove, Heaton Chapel, Levenshulme, Netherfield, Ryder Brow, Woodsmore. There we go. So we've got all of the stations now ranked up. So up to down. So we've got all of these. Look at this. This is a, oh my god. This is a sprawling whole thing. It's sprawling. Look at all that. All stations are doing well. Like, it may not look like a lot yet for Manchester, but it's going to get a lot. And I mean a lot. It still does that. I don't know why it does. For the line, it's like you called it it's apparently there's a blockage, but there's not a blockage. The feels happy, sad. It's a bit of a mixture for Manchester Piccadilly, but it's obviously a top station. There's a lot going on, obviously. Tons of lines. Look at the timetable as well. Like, we are mostly done with Barnsley now. We're not doing any more services for Barnsley. Like, you can kind of forget about that at this point. Like, we've done a lot of lines for Barnsley until we can make my own operator. This is most of the lines where we kind of need. Bradford interchange to Mansfield is needed because of the debt in Kiveton Bridge. That was annoying. Then we got Leeds to Lincoln. Then we got Leeds to Nottingham. Leeds to Sheffield. Leeds to Sheffield to Huddersfield. Bradford interchange to Mansfield. So that's kind of still a thing going on. So we've got these lines. We've got Sheffield to Huddersfield, Leeds to Sheffield, Leeds to Nottingham via Barnsley, Leeds to Lincoln, and Bradford interchange to Mansfield. And it applies on and on. This thing never changes. There's no collisions in Sheffield and Goole. What's going on? Right, let me look. So, Goole, what could be wrong that's causing that to really just flash? Could it be because of the whole junctioning? I don't know. It could be old. I don't honestly get it. It's not that bad for that to happen. So yeah, we're gonna leave the video here. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you tomorrow. So we're gonna do Transport Fever 2, and we're gonna do Restaurant Tycoon 3. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing over the weekend. And on Sunday we're gonna do, obviously, we're only going to do Supermarket Sim because I don't do Water Park World anymore. So yeah, I've quitted that series because, again, it's not worth doing, especially because we can't like basically get building like efficient, like constantly build. There's no infinite money mode and stuff that I could just build random site. Plus, it's a bit, again, it's freestyling again. But Restaurant Tycoon 3 has actual fun in it. All you do is just farm and just wait and do all that for some of the other games. So yeah, there's some fun for some other games. Like, they give me, like, they actually make me want to play and record. So yeah, a hell of a huge episode we've done, and I mean huge. We've done a lot in Nimby Rails recently. Like, a Manchester, like, for an average first like beginner builder, it's a hard thing. Like, it's a really tricky thing like to do and do all that. Like, it's insane, really. That how my mind has understood these kind of places. Like, it's a lot to look at, really, for general people. Like, it's a very hard job, especially like around the more city centre areas. And I've expanded myself to Manchester Piccadilly because I pushed myself to do it. I decided to do it. Like, it was honestly a great idea to do it. And yeah. So yeah, it's a near 2-hour video, which is one of the longest videos I will have done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later. See yous. Longest video of December, I even think.